Today we're going to be changing the top mounts on the BMW E46. I have done this before. It can be a bit tricky. If you are going to attempt to do this, you want to make sure that you've got the McPherson spring compressor kit, as the spring basically has to be like a sandwich when you're taking it off. The symptoms to a bad top mount often tend to be creaking when turning the wheel, or while you're driving it can be a rapid knocking as you're going over little bumps. But hopefully we're going to eradicate that today, because there is a chance it might not be the top mount, because you can also get similar symptoms from the drop link as well. So let's see what the crack is. Oh, okay. So I think part of the knocking could potentially be the drop link. That is rattling like crazy. This control arm's going to drop in a minute. We're going to want to make sure we support it. I'm quite happy that I'm replacing this. State of those threads towards the top. Right, it's just a case of trying to wriggle the bugger out. What I tend to do is push down on the control arm and then see if we can get it to budge. And there's a slight bit of play in the bearing, so that could be a factor. So now, just got a spring compressor and get the new top mount on. So I found out why it's been creaking. If you see here, these wear lines, this is where it's been scraping and creaking, so I put another washer there inside and hopefully it spaces it outside a bit more. I am short of a washer, but I sort of have to improvise a bit. And there we go. So now all we just have to do is jack up the control arm, and then we just got to put one of our brand new BMW pinch bolts in. So this whole time I've just realised that I wasn't recording. So I basically jacked the bottom up to let this sit properly, put my new pinch bolt in, and then pried the anti-roll bar down so I can get my sway bar back in. At least now I know the cause of the knocking, and we are going to need new drop links. That's this side done. Just rinse and repeat on the other. Before I do finish up on this side, I would advise, when you get the car on the floor again, just double check the main bolt in the centre of the top mount. Okay, so that is one job off the list of fixing up the E46. I know I've had this car for 3 years, but something I've come to realise with these cars is it really is non-stop maintenance. And yeah, in the long run it costs a bomb, but it's all worth it for like the driving experience you get out of it. Yeah, so a couple of things that I want to note about this job, and that is that it might be helpful to disconnect the brake caliper when trying to get the strut in and out, just because it is putting quite a bit of strain on that brake hose. And if you sort of, I don't know, if you go to pull it in a funny way or something like that, there is a possibility you could tear it, or you could cause a leak in your brakes, which is something you really don't want to do. So if you are doing it, try and get a friend, because it will help out a lot. Just somebody to hold the caliper in the air while you know, you can push the control arm down and get some real force trying to slot it back in, because it is a pain. And I'm not going to be one of these YouTubers who just clicks his fingers, says it's a 5-minute job. It really isn't. Like, you've got to have a lot of patience with it. You've got to try and get it in at the right angle and then slot it in. In my case, it turns out it was through my own fault that my top mounts were squeaking. So when I turn the wheel, there'd be like a rubber on rubber sort of noise. And what that was is because between the top mount and the top cap, I placed only one washer back when I last changed the top mounts, when it should have 2. So that's my fault, but you know, we live and we learn. And the reason I do these videos is just to sort of show you guys how easy it is to make a mistake and sort of see what sort of mistakes you can make. Another thing I would really like to mention is that with the spring position, you'll probably think that the big bit of the spring at the bottom just slots into the little slot that's down there. It doesn't. BMW springs are really weird. They slot into the top normally, but on the bottom they sit like this. I'm just going to put a little image in, and yeah, so just sort of try and use that as a reference, I guess. But it is really weird how they sit. I think because when I bought my springs, because I fitted springs since I've had the car, I think the dude told me something about, apparently the springs are the same as the 5 Series, but the 5 Series shocks are a little different, so that's why they just sort of shoved them on the 3 Series, something like that. But yeah, either way, they don't look right, but they are, sort of thing. And as good or bad as that might sound, it is what it is. But I've put mine back on, and sweet as a nut now. No creaking. The only thing I do have is a tiny bit of knocking from my drop link, but the drop link's pretty simple, and I'll probably do that in another video just to show you guys how simple they are to do. This wasn't really much of a how-to video, but more of just join me for the ride sort of video. If you did enjoy the video, or if you did find it helpful in any sort of way, then please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and maybe even bell icon for future uploads. But until the next time, guys, peace.